Hey, wonderful Sunday. Out enjoying the sun. I want you guys to listen to this traffic next to me, okay? This is my daily, my life, okay? I live where I live, and actually the apartment has a balcony, right? There's no traffic going through that area when I was outside earlier. The minute I start to walk down the fucking street, you see this shit? It's like fucking car after car, right? I mean, it doesn't faze me. It doesn't scare me. It doesn't. It's just, when I first moved in, okay, this is how I know. I moved in over, I want to say 2-3 weeks ago, and there was no traffic like this. See, this is what people don't realize that I realize. That when I move into places and I go different places, I pay attention to the cars, the surrounding around me. I pay attention to how much traffic goes through. I pay attention to the neighbors. I pay attention to fucking everything around me. As even the birds chirping. There's cats in the neighborhood. There's dogs, the barking in the neighborhood. I can tell you where the barking came from, what house. You know, I start to, the depth of my hearing is so good that I can tell where, you know, how far out the cars are, how far out the dogs bark. You know, because I got used to being like this because of the fact that in the past when I used to live in fear, oh shit, my key got caught. When I used to live in fear, these things, when you're like scared and paranoid, right? I don't know if it was a myth or what, but the whole point is that when you, sorry, I'm going up a hill, live in this kind of stress, which causes you to have a little bit of PTSD, and, you know, just the whole fucking stress level, you know, of dealing with shit when they're throwing illusions and spells at you and you're on your own and you're by yourself, right? You don't know if you're crazy or if you're really experiencing this shit. But the fear kicks in, right? And as the fear kicks in, you start to be very sensitive to your surroundings. That's what PTSD does to you, and that's what I'm sure when you go out to war. People in war probably experience this shit, know exactly what I'm talking about. That when they drop you off somewhere, the middle of nowhere, you're gonna know what the trees sound like, what the wind, what animals are coming around, what a raccoon sounds like, what a beaver sounds like, what a snake sounds like as it slithers through the grass. You're gonna know every sound in that area, right? Because you're hiding or you're in fear, right? The PTSD kicks in. You know what I'm talking about, you war veterans out there. That you start to know every sound, you know, just like people can tell if it's a silencer, a gunshot, you know, you can just tell certain things. The scream, how far the scream is. You become very in tune. Your hearing becomes very, very selective and very enhanced. See how busy the traffic is? It's not like this until I come outside. This is like a form of gang stalking, in a way, you know? It's mild gang stalking. I've had it where it was way, way worse than this. So anyways, my point is telling you that you start to adapt to the sounds of your surroundings and you become the gifts, okay? A lot of your gifts come through fucking fear, through your trauma in your life. I firmly believe that a lot of your gifts, you know, that you get enhanced, the third eye, any kind of trauma that you experienced as a child till now, life or death experiences, somehow you gather or gain a gift. At least, in my situation I did. That's how I got all these things. Look at this shit. Anyways, so you think there's a funeral, back-to-back cars. So people want to know, well, how she can't be real. This girl doesn't have gifts. She doesn't have this and that. And I keep referring back to the Slumdog Millionaire movie. The things that have happened in my life, the trauma that I've experienced, has led it up to this point. The knowledge that I have are people that I've come around, married to, dated, just experiences and lessons in life. Some of us have more, you know, traumatizing experiences, and some of us don't remember them. Some of them, our memories get, you know, like pushed to the back of our minds. We what's the word for it? When you you keep the memory suppressed, so that the memory one day all of a sudden it fucking reappears and it tears you the fuck down because you didn't see it coming because you suppressed it for 20 years, and all of a sudden it resurfaces. Something triggers it. Something realizes, oh shit, I was raped. Or oh shit, this happened to me. Or oh man, I remember when. A flashback of being molested. Or a flashback of being abused. Or choked or strangled, you know? All these have effects towards your body and your mind that we suppress. And then all of a sudden, as soon as, woo! The guy was hot. Anyways, lost the focus here. My point is that these things resurface, and these are your inner wounds that you got to deal with, that you got to learn how to not suppress anymore and to hit it head on. Learn how to cope with it. You may sit down and cry. You might be enraged. You might cuss the person out who did it to you. You know, emotional. It's an emotional response, and you know, depending on how it hits you and where you're at, how you take it, you know, and how you decide to deal with it, because it's not always easy. So I was basically taking this little walk to the gym, and I started thinking about the inner wounds, you know, and things like that people, because I still get flashbacks of things that have happened to me in the past. I still am dealing with shit, because it's always going to be that way. Life is constantly dealing with your inner wounds and your inner child. And now, even adult, I had a lot of shit happen to me as an adult. Even things that have happened to me as caused, recently I looked up a situation, right? Because I was strangled and died 4 times, right? One at the age of 10, and then one with this last marriage that I'm still married to right now. Okay, so I looked up if your brain, if you're like, if your brain doesn't get any oxygen for a certain amount of time, under 3 minutes or something like that, not only is there damage, right? And plus the damage of the throat, of being choked, and the strangulation of your throat. It causes some kind of, it causes it to shrink or to grow smaller. So there was times when I would eat meat and I would choke after that. I didn't understand why I couldn't, I hardly eat like steak meat and stuff like that as often, because it's not just about the chewing, it's the part. If I don't chew it right and I don't eat little small pieces, I'll end up choking on the food. And these are little things that I realized that have happened to me as side effects to like the abuse, domestic abuse. People don't realize that, you know, the damaging part of the brain, especially being strangled. You know, they're starting to come out with that kind of information nowadays about, you know, being strangled and the not only the mental part of it, but the physical side effect that happens to you after you've been strangled a few times and you don't die. Anyways, so it's a little, my mind's always thinking of crazy things, but trying to help other people that might be going through some kind of domestic. Lately, I've been thinking about the stupid domestic stuff, because basically, it's like, I'm already gotten rid, you know, it's like going through your closet, and you kind of keep something, and then you realize, man, I haven't worn that shit in like a year or two. What the fuck is the point of keeping that shit around, right? It's time to fucking toss it in the trash. So basically, I'm already at the end of certain things in my life that I'm tossing out. Like, I have no use for it, nor am I going to use it, so why not? It's like recycling, not recycling, but in a good way, okay? I will recycle it as far as to turn it into something positive. That people that are going through domestic situations, and show you how to turn around and recycle that into something more positive, and to give it to the world in a more positive form, and to enhance or to help somebody heal, because I'm all about healing. Do I know you? I'm on a video right now. I'm so sorry. Some fucking weirdo, man. Fucking coming up to me. I don't even fucking know these people. Hey, what do you want me to do? I'm not gonna come up to your truck. Anyways, I'm telling you, I get some weirdos, but I can fucking spot them. Anyways, get back to the video. I'm at the grocery store, that's why. So basically, what I'm trying to tell you is that any of our inner wounds, this is when you know when you're done with them, because of the fact that you, once you can start talking about the situation, once you can head on talk about what happened to you in the past and express it and release it, especially when you don't cry anymore. That's always a positive applause for yourself when you no longer hold on to tears with it. And not that I'm saying it's bad to cry, about the situation, but you no longer feel as much towards it, and it's easier to give it away, transmute it into the universe, because the fact that you no longer hold tears to it, or that pain is already lifted. A lot of my pain has been lifted, and it feels amazing, and it's due to prayers, and it's due to my faith. Basically, I owe it all to my faith, and I know I'm blessed. I know I'm very grateful, and I know that God has been good to me and is continuing to be good to me, and I don't take advantage of that, and nor do I abuse that. So for the haters out there, there's no need to hate when you can turn around and turn your own life around and use it in a more positive manner, especially things that you need to work on that you don't like about yourself, or that you think that you don't like about another person, which is actually a reflection of yourself. So with that Sunday afternoon little information, people, I'll leave you with that. Okay, guys, have a wonderful Sunday. I don't think you'll hear from me for a couple of days, but just to give you that FYI, or 411. Sorry, I'm listening to these people going through the drive-thru. So peace out, people, and shalom. Amen. I send you guys love, blessings, and healing.